Hello everyone, welcome to AI Anytime channel. In this video, we are going to look at Dify AI. So Dify AI is a low-code, no-code platform where you can build AI applications faster. So they say it's an innovation engine for Gen AI applications. See this as more of a drag and drop where you can just create a workflow. You can add components, for example, for a chatbot, for a summarization task, for if you want to build AI agents, you can just drag and drop on the dashboard and you can have an AI applications in the end. I already have a couple of videos on Dify AI where I have shown them how you can access the dashboard and build it there. But in this video, we are going to set this up through Docker. So we're going to do this locally and you do not have to, go on their cloud dashboard and do it. So this is a local setup video that we're going to do for Dify AI. So let's jump in and see how we can do that. So if you look at here on the screen, I am currently on their website called Dify AI. It says an innovation engine, and they are fantastic, guys. Dify is not the only one where you can build AI applications without writing code. You have it started with Flowwise. Flowwise is also backed by YC, Y Combinator. You can also check it out. I have video on that as well. Then there is make.com. It's an automation platform where you can build very similar to Dify, where you can build AI applications if you don't have coding expertise or if you don't have technical knowledge of how to build AI apps. You can just try it out and build some hobby projects, faster. And of course, you can also use this for different use cases and validations. But if you want to take this in production, you should have at least understanding of AI. We also have Gumloop. Gumloop is again backed by YC, if I'm not wrong. I also have videos on Gumloop, a couple of videos where I have shown tasks like OCR, optical character recognition, and also how to do blog post automation on LinkedIn. Now here on DeFi, it's available through their cloud and also through Docker, as I said. We're gonna set this up locally. You can access the GitHub here. It's called langgenius/DeFi. Now, I have a video, as I said, on DeFi. You can see on AI agents, how you can create AI agents without writing any code. Okay. Now, I'm gonna give this link in description. If you don't know Docker, amazing technology, one of my favorite technology ever. I have been using Docker when it was started. So, and I was in college that time. So, uh, build with the number one most used developer tool. It should be number one. Docker makes our life easier. If you want to uh, build once or and then ship it in any other systems which supports Docker, and it's fantastic, right? Because it basically removes the version conflicts dependencies from the equation. So we're gonna use Docker to set this up, and specifically we're gonna use Docker Compose. And let's jump in now. So what I'm gonna do here, open my terminal. You can see this is the terminal. If you are on Windows, you can have Docker Desktop. If you are on Linux, you can just use sudo to install Docker one line command, and that's it. You can add some user groups on Linux, Ubuntu. For example, if you're using it on Windows, you need Hyper-V. The virtualization needs to be enabled. So you have to go to BIOS and then you have to enable virtualization to use Docker. Now, what I'm going to do here, first show you I have a lot of images. So the command to see image, it's not a Docker tutorial, but I'm going to explain a few things. Now, if you want to find out how many images you already have, okay, you can just do Docker images, and you can see I have bunch of images, right, for that. Now, if you want to find out if there is already a running container, okay, now your program or the software or the code that you have written, it runs within a container if you use Docker. Okay, and you can use Docker PS to find out if there is any running container. You can see I'm running Open Web UI, like an earlier it used to known as Olama Web UI. So this is already running, and this is what it is. Now what I'm gonna do is you can also use Docker IT to have it in a more interactive ways. Now, the first thing that we're gonna do is git clone the repository. So let me just do git clone here, and then I'm gonna copy this, and let's copy this thing here, and then I'm just going to excuse me, paste it here. So what I'm doing here, I'm doing git clone, and then giving the GitHub repository, and then just I will hit enter. You can see it says cloning into Dify. It will take a bit of time. The GitHub repository is huge. They have a lot of examples. It's a complete uh, open source, no code, low code platform. They have a lot of configurations, presets already done for you, so you do not have to kind of worry about it. So that's what that's what I'm doing here. I'm cloning it out, and you can see it takes a bit of time. The next thing is, let me show you here. We're gonna go inside this repository of Docker. We're gonna cd into this. So if I open this, you can see it says Docker, and I'm gonna use this file called Docker Compose. .yaml. So it's a config file, and that will help us run this piece of code or this entire Dify within a container. And this is an entire Docker Compose file. And I'm just going to come here, come back, and you can see this is done. The next thing that I'm going to do is cd and then Dify/Docker because that's the folder. So let's do that. And you can see I am now inside Docker. If you do ls, you can find it out all the files that we have within this particular directory. And now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use Docker Compose of -d. So let me just do that. I'm using -d to run this in a detached mode. And for the first time, it will take a lot of time, guys, because it has to pull different images from official Docker Hub or the GitHub Container Registry or Azure Container Registry or AWS Container Registry from wherever. Container registry are something where, see, a lot of these organizations, they already have created their images. So you can just download or pull that image and run within a container. So you do not have to go and, build it yourself. They have the image, pull it and use it in your application. So that's what it is doing. Let me pause the video and come back once this is done. All right, guys, as you can see, we have our Docker. Like it's on local host install. You can see all the images have been pulled successfully. Everything is running. It says running 11 out of 11. So the network, proxy network, Docker default, and multiple containers running vector databases, servers, web servers, and whatnot, right? Caching databases and whatnot. You will not require everything, so do not worry about it. Now you have to come here and says localhost/install, and then you have to give your email addresses to do that. So I can, give some of my email address. For example, if I just give my email address, I give an username and I give a password. So I'm just gonna give any password here. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, sorry. Email address. It's not that. Okay. I just clicked on auto save. Yeah, and now you can logged in on this Dify dashboard. You can see it says localhost/apps, and this is fantastic because you do not have to worry about a lot of things, guys. Here now, if you look at here, it says create from blank, create from template, or import DSL file. Now, DSL file is something that, for example, if I create a chatbot on Dify, so I will have a entire flow, from start to end, all the components. Now I can save that as a file and I can give it to you. So you can just import that file and use it as it is. So that's what DSL import DSL file is here. I'm gonna click on create blank. You can create a blank. That's what you should do. You should click on create blank and just start working with it. So let me just do that. Or if you look at chatbot, let's just first create blank. Now once you click on create blank, it has uh, different types of apps, chatbot, text generator, agent, and workflow. So I'm going to keep it chatbot basic just for this, just for the demo purpose here, guys. I'm going to call it trial bot or something and just click on create. Now, once you click on create, you can see LLM provider key has not been set. I'm going to just, you can see all the models. So right now, if I just do Grok, you do not have that. You have to set that model, by the way. So for example, if it says GPT-4o and an LLM provider key has not been set, so I have to set the key here. We have to go in the app, go to settings and then set it. But we'll go there. Before that, if you look at here on the left hand side, we have something called orchestrate, API access, logs. So you can also find out logs. They also have observability, so you can also monitor it, whatever is happening. Now here you have instructions, variables, context, citations. You can add tools. I'm going to show that in a bit. Let's go on settings. And in the settings, you can find it out all these LLMs, guys. OpenAI, Anthropic, Azure OpenAI, Coher, Llama, Replicate, Grow Cloud, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now I'm going to click on Grow Cloud. So let's set it up and I can just get let's go to Grow Cloud, because Grow can give us an API key so we can use that just for the demo purpose here. Yeah. Verifying you are a human app. I'm a human app. I have to see how they deal with AI in the near future. The console.grow, create an API key. I'm gonna call it Dify demo or something and submit, and it will give me a key. So I'm gonna delete this, of course, after the video. So that's not a problem. And save. Now you can see I have saved. So my grok is set. I'm just gonna say no thanks. And you can see it has been, you can also remove it, cancel it if you want to remove from here. And if you're in the model setting, you can find out all these models. Okay, now members, if you want to add more people, you can also connect your data source, Notions, website, but that's, I think, premium thingy. You can have an API extension, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is the model provider. Now, let's do a restart. Here, I'm going to select, let's select any model. So you have Llama 3 and Mixtral 8x7b. I'm going to click on Llama 3 8b 8192 context window. These are fine. You can keep a bit high if you want, and max new tokens. You can, yeah, you can increase that a bit, and that's fine. Okay. Now, here you can also build a RAG chatbot where you can bring up your own knowledge base. So here you have something called knowledge, and I'm not going into it, guys, because I will recommend you should watch my previous videos, because the main purpose of this video is to set it up through Docker and get it up and running, and the rest of the flow is same as what I have shown in the previous video on the DeFi cloud. Now here you can do a few things. So here you can set up your instructions. You can give some role or instructions, whatever you want to do it. Different types of prompt engineering you can do here. And the next is, let me just bring up my charger here. Okay. Now the next, what you can also do, you can add variables. Variables are nothing but where you pass your context. So you can also do that. If you have some knowledge bases, you can see this input. Now you can input knowledge as context. You can create a knowledge base and do that here as well. I'm not going to do it. Citations and attributions, not, but you can add features. Now you can have a follow-up where you have, follow-up inbuilt where you can ask follow-up questions. I'll just remove this here. These are all good. You can have one welcome, you can define some questions, but I'm just gonna get rid of it. So I have add one feature and let's publish. Now when you run this app, it says trial bot start chat and it says powered by DeFi. Okay, now when I start chat, we don't have any default questions or preset. You can define it. Now I'm gonna ask a question. What is uh, AI, for example? It says model GPT-4 credentials to. Let me update this guys here and run app again. And I'm gonna ask write a fast API code snippet to call an API using request modules. Yeah, so you can see I have asked a question and it's pretty fast because Grok provide you that faster inference due to their tensor processing units. That's what they call it. Now, one thing you have to do it that you have to update once you select the model. I forgot to do that. Now you can see it says here's an example of how you can use the request library with fast API to call an external API, and you can find it out the code and it explains that a bit, blah blah blah. It also suggests you it also suggests you some other question that you can ask. So you can also ask some follow-up questions. Can I use post request? And you can see instead of Git, and it's pretty fast, guys. So it's running it locally within your system without writing any code, guys. What else you need, right? Get it up and running quickly, with DeFi or any other platform like Gumloop or anything that you want to do. So if you look at, but DeFi is powerful. I recommend you use DeFi. The next thing that what you can do, you can also embed this. So you can embed into site. You can have a website where you have the right hand side or on top. You can embed this as a chatbot. You have to use this script in this is a JavaScript code that you can use it, and you can also do that here. You can also embed anywhere you want to embed. It also have logs and annotations. So for each question that you ask, the logs get recorded over here. You can see, uh, and you also have annotations. Annotations are helpful if you want to further use this data to fine tune it. In the monitoring part, you can find it out everything. And you can also use this as an API endpoint. You can see there's something called backend service API. Now imagine if you want to use this in any existing applications or a mobile devices, you can just call this to this endpoint, and it will work. You can see it over here. This is a public URL. You can share with your friends. You can do that, guys. That's not a problem. Let's go back to orchestrate, follow up. When you create tools, if you look at, there are so many tools available. Okay, DuckDuckGo, you can search it on internet. A lot of tools that you can use it. So DuckDuckGo can be used to search. There are archive which brings up paper. There is PubMed. You can use PubMed, which is a biomedical literature. PubMed Central. You can bring up information. Trailbot, and variables. You can add variables. As I said, you can add context. I don't have any knowledge base, as I said, but you can create it, guys. Very pretty easy. Click on knowledge, create knowledge. It says import from files, sync from website, sync from Notion. Notion is a database that you can use. Now here you can upload your files. You can upload any files, guys. It depends on you what kind of files you want to upload. I don't seems like I don't have any files, so I'm not gonna use that. Okay, so you can use it and just sync up with your bot here. And that's what it is, guys. This is how easy it is to set it up on uh, your local machine through Docker. So do not have to worry about, you know, uh, connecting with internet and so on and so forth. When you use Grow Cloud API, you need internet to do that, but you can also set it up models locally, if you want to do it. So that's up to you. I leave up to you to do that. Okay. Now, if you have any question, thoughts, or feedbacks about this video, let me know in the comment box. You can also join our Discord community, guys. That is available for you to join in free. We have a lot of opportunities, job updates, internships. We do hackathons. We do coding sessions, jamming sessions, town halls. We have help channels. We have freelancing opportunities as well. So please join our Discord. I will give the link in description. Now, if you like the content I'm creating, please hit the like icon. And if you haven't subscribed the channel yet, please do subscribe the channel, guys. That motivates me to create more such videos in near future. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.